So here's a good question. Do we really need money? What what is money used for? It's used for living expenses and other things. But my question is, do we really need it to basically there's other ways, right, to get things done. And that's what I'm learning that, we don't necessarily need money all the time, but of course, bills, all that other stuff comes up. And then it kind of locks you into a position where you think that, you pretty much need it on a regular basis. My son is like distracting me right now. But, you know, really, we kind of get ourselves locked into whatever we're doing. And then it gets hard to kind of change, direction. And sometimes, we need to change direction, but we just have to basically do it, right? We have to take that chance and change direction. Um, so if you're thinking that you should, then what I would do is just try to see what you're interested in, what maybe what you was interested in years ago or as a child, or something that maybe you used to do and for some reason you just left it and did something else. But I would just definitely think about something that you can do that basically you're not really hating, right? Because I think so often we just get in our comfort zone and we're like, okay, I'll just keep doing this because it's the easy thing to do, which I love being comfortable too, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, I want to wake up every day excited for my life, right? I want to wake up every day and do what I want to do, and with my time, I want to do whatever I want to do with my time. And years ago, that seemed almost impossible, right? That seemed like, oh no, I need to work, I need to chase the dollar, I need to every day, right? It's like hustle, hustle, hustle. And I think that's just instilled in us as human beings. And so the majority of the population is, we're all workers, like we work all the time. And I mean, I would say there's not really much wrong with that, but at the same time, what is wrong with it is a lot of jobs are just really unnecessary, and they're taken away from people spending time with their families, having their free time, doing whatever they want, because that's actually important, our freedom. And I didn't even really realize that till probably a year ago is when I really focused in on it and said, you know what, as I look around and my awareness becomes more heightened, I'm like, okay, people really don't really know what's going on. They're just like, no, I'm okay. But, they don't really know what's going on. They're just like, right? They're just in this mode of probably, I guess, survival. Like, I don't really have a better word for it right now. And, I've kind of lived in that my whole life. So I'm not really the one to talk about it and say, like, oh, survival mode, I don't know what that is. But, like, basically just to get out of it, that's important. And I think that's where the inner work comes in, the inner work that you do. And you're like, well, what's inner work? What does that mean? That's what I was talking about in the last video, about slowing down and being aware of what's going on, like being aware of, okay, what can I cut? For me, that's what it is. Like, the less I have, the better I feel, like, to be honest. And yeah, home ownership, certain things that we're like, oh, well, why can't I get that? Oh, well, you can, but at what cost, right? So there's nothing wrong with having nice things, but at the same time, it just depends what you want for your life. Some people, they're made for that. Me, I'm more simplistic, and I just like to have what I need. I love nice things, but only a few nice things. I don't just, right? Because I like to travel with my money. I like to spend time with my family. That's really important. And I think before I was just trying to climb some type of invisible ladder, some type of, you know, like, let me get this nice thing. And it wasn't ever really to impress people because I didn't really care about that. So it's like, that's one good thing I've had, that I really like just getting it kind of for myself, just to say, you know, that, oh, I'm doing good. It's like a measurement thing, like, oh, I'm doing good and I have this, you know. But really, it's like, that's not even important. Like, what's important, you know? And I swear I had to get knocked out of that, like that mind frame of, oh yeah, let me get this new house, let me get this new car, let me get, you know, that's gonna make me happy, then I'm good. It's like, no, that is not important. So I feel like that's just kind of how we're raised up, you know, materialistic, try to get as many things as we can. And it took me like half of my life to realize like that is not important at all. Like, that's not important at all. Like, what's important is like my view of the world, like how I see things, you know, how I treat people, and just overall, just really, like, I don't know how to explain it really. It's just, it all kind of comes with, like I said, just trying to raise your level of awareness, but maybe some of us have it, some of us don't, you know, because that's why we're all here, not necessarily to compare, but if we don't know how to measure things, like if we don't know hot, then how do we know cold, right? If we don't know what slow is, how do we know what fast is, and etc. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta have all ends of the spectrum here. But the question is, which one do you want to be? Because at the end of the day, it's your choice. Like, we think it's assigned to us. We think we just call it fate. But I would challenge you to look at your beliefs. To look at your beliefs and really question them. Because I'm telling you, there's been so many things that's been put in our heads unconsciously that we just swear up and down is true. And I've started to test a lot of these things and realize that a lot of them are not true. And you may already know this, like I said, but you know, a lot of these things I just didn't know. And you know, I'm trying to find a way to get them out to where it makes sense and where people understand what I'm saying, because I know what I'm saying in my head. It makes sense to me, right? But when I'm trying to talk and to a camera, it's like, I don't even know if this is making sense. But like I said, the whole purpose right now, I'm doing one weekly YouTube video every single week, every Tuesday. Like, I'm in the airport right now, in Atlanta airport. But I'm getting it done, you know, like, that's what I'm saying. I'm prioritizing consistency and what I need to do because it's important to do that. How long will I be doing this? I have no clue, no idea. But I just know that I'm trying new things, and that's exactly what you should do. Try something new. Try something new. Don't get stuck in thinking about it. Like, don't get stuck in overanalyzing. Just even if it's a small thing, just try something, you know. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up. This is going on almost 10 minutes. That's what I try to do. I just try to do one video once a week for 10 minutes, and you know, so hopefully some of that made sense. I just always kind of go off the top of my head because that's the thing, I'm kind of working on my delivery, right? My delivery of how to just get on camera and just talk for 10 minutes. So that's kind of like what I'm doing right now, because I'm kind of new to all this, right? So anyways, now I'm walking with it. See, before I was just sitting in my room. So see, this is how I'm getting out of my comfort zone. I'm trying new things and having no clue, and like, people can laugh at me or whatever, and that's fine. But you have to learn not to care. Like, you have to get to that point where you just don't care, because someone will cheer you on, someone will clap for you, you know, and it may be somebody you don't even know. And so, you know, and people you knew your whole life would never do that, and those are the only people you would ever want to do it. But see, once again, that's comfort for you, right? Even if it's healthy, unhealthy, but that's what we got to get out of this. So anyway, you guys have a good day. I'm like trying to think even what day it is. See, I don't go by time. I don't keep up with stuff. I mean, I keep up with what I need to keep up with, but I just go with the flow. Like, that's what I'm learning how to do. Go with the flow. Maybe that'll be the title for the next video. So, alright, see y'all later.